Knew that she had him wrapped around her finger. I didn't know how long I could survive, knowing the cycle of her manipulation would never end. The final straw came when I found out Lisa was spreading more lies, this time about me. I was walking outside to my mailbox, where I saw my neighbor. She was a sweet old lady and greeted me every day. When I waved at her and smiled like we normally do, she just looked back at me and shook her head. She quickly headed back into the house. That was weird behavior from her, but I figured she was going through something at first, until that same interaction happened the next few days. One day I went over to my neighbor's house, and as she opened the door, she looked disappointed. I asked her why she was so distant lately, and she told me that she knew what I'd done. I was confused. I didn't do anything. I asked her to explain, and she lowered her voice and said that she knew I was stealing people's money orders out of their mailboxes around the neighborhood. I asked her who told her this, and lo and behold, it was Lisa. She had been spreading rumors about me to the entire neighborhood, and now, no one trusted me. I was heated. I explained to what was going on, and how it was just retaliation for her having to find a new place to live. She looked like she halfway believed me, and I left. My blood boiled. This girl caused problems in my home and outside of it. She told anyone who would listen that I was the villain, painting herself as the victim. I felt trapped, unsupported, and utterly defeated. It was then that I knew I had to leave for my own sanity. I proceeded with the divorce. My heart broke as I walked away from the life I had built with Benjamin. He watched our marriage fall apart. He was torn between his love for me and his duty as a father, and I was not about to get in the way of that. I left, feeling a mix of relief and sadness. Starting a new life was intimidating, but I knew it was the right choice. Free from the chaos, I chose peace. Benjamin and Lisa continued their destructive dance. She kept him wrapped around his finger, and I could see his life spiraling. I was just happy that I left before it was too late. The first weeks of my new life were difficult. The whole situation took a toll on my mental, but I was determined to start a better life for myself. I rented a small apartment on the other side of town. Every evening, I would sit on my tiny balcony, sipping tea and watching the sunset. This new routine brought me a sense of calm, but despite the newfound peace, the nights were the hardest. I would lie in bed, staring at the ceiling, replaying the events that led me here, the hurt, the betrayal, and the sense of loss. I focused on my job to distract from the pain. My colleagues noticed a change in me, but I kept my personal life private. Slowly, I began to rebuild my confidence. Meanwhile, life for Benjamin and Lisa was far from perfect. The rumors Lisa had spread about Benjamin's supposed affair continued to circulate. This brought tension to his workplace. I knew